Today is a laughing. I'm
He
like
don't
laughing,
set like this. So
At first,
Bola Tinubu and men,
she said, but she said her husband is not rich.
Remi,
The same husband that went to
Tinubu,
Osun that says richer than
Bola
Osun State.
don't come outside, come make the whole
Oh, should they play that video?
say in
It's the husband himself that said. So the same husband that claimed that it was his own bullion van that came. When somebody said
like
two bullion van this road. But it was the same husband that said the bullion van is mine. That is in your money, is your money missing. So somebody that can have 2 billion van. My generation has never even seen 1 billion van.
It's not always that bullion vans carry money.
Okay, remember that was
Sometimes bullion vans can carry bags of rice.
Wonderful people, I hope you all are doing
Oh, they
well.
can be
Senator and Pastor Remi, Bola Tinubu and men. Come as I come, let the whole Nigeria know say the husband and penniless. Say
the 2 million naira you know that you can just buy. It shows how out of touch.
Like that.
From reality, these people are in a country where 98% of the population, according to India, says cannot afford, don't have up to 500,000 in their bank account. He says you just borrow 2 million naira like that, for as chicken fee in their pocket. So it speaks volumes about out of touch.
Now your wife come make
People
us know say
and like in street balance, you see what that person that posted that message did to Mr. Baranaga is what they call what Bola handicap.
He said no be get time.
Can you imagine? He couldn't. He said he didn't. He just retweeted. But is he not a journalist? Are these not the ones that keep saying that we are not professionals? That say our guys journalists are not professionals. But they are the ones that can't even verify a story before they retweet. And when we ask now, they say, "Oh, veteran journalists are not."
No, it's a veteran journalist.
Okay.
And a distinguished one.
No, I'm saying
he's not functioning in this capacity as a journalist. He's functioning as a spin doctor.
Okay, it's called as a spin doctor. Okay, so spin doctor.
Don't let us take away from his distinguished career.
Okay, so now, Doctor, but now that you have clarified that, so if he makes any inferences against our professional conduct here as journalists, I would take it that he's functioning as a spin doctor, not journalist. Because this person in question has casted aspersions on our professional conduct as journalists, denigrating us and berating us and saying that we are not journalists. And that's why I take exception to that, because the first fact of every story is for you to be able to verify before you put it out there. So why delete it afterwards? Or you can just come out and own up that it's a mistake. Thirdly, the man that said he will support Peter Obi come what may based on his own ambitions.
Let's go.
Governor Sam today is a laughing. I'm like laughing. At first, Ms. Oluremi said, she said, but she said her husband is not rich. The same husband that went to Osun that says richer than Osun State. Or should they play that video? It's the husband himself that said. So the same husband that claimed that it was his own bullion van that came. Anyway, somebody said two bullion van miss road. But it was the same husband that said the bullion van is mine. That is in your money, is your money missing. So somebody that can have 2 billion van. My generation has never even seen 1 billion van.
It's not always that bullion vans carry money.
Okay, remember that was
sometimes bullion vans can carry bags of rice.
Okay. Oh, they can be empty.
It's pure water. Bullion vans carry pure water. So afterwards, they decided they would just borrow 2 million for Mrs. Jetima. Does Mr. Jetima now become CBN Abi? Where did she get the 2 million naira new note that she can just borrow? It shows how out of touch from reality these people are in a country where 98% of the population, according to NDI, says don't have up to 500,000 naira in their bank accounts. He says you just borrow 2 million naira like that for as chicken fee in their pocket. So it speaks volumes of how out of touch people are. And like in street balance, you see, what that person that posted that message did to Mr. Baranaga is what they call what Bola handicap. What means is that they tricked him. Can you imagine? He couldn't. He said he didn't. He just retweeted. But is he not a journalist? Are these not the ones that keep saying that we are not professionals?
Exactly.
That say our guys journalists are not professionals. But they are the ones that can't even verify a story before they retweet. And when we ask now, they say, "Oh, veteran journalists and all of that."
No. It's a veteran journalist.
Okay.
And a distinguished one.
No, I'm saying
he's not functioning in this capacity as a journalist.
Okay.
He's functioning as a spin doctor.
Okay, it's called as a spin doctor. Okay, so spin doctor.
Don't let us take away from his distinguished career.
Okay, so now, Doctor, but now that you have clarified that, So if he makes any inferences against our professional conduct here as journalists, I will take it that he's functioning as a spin doctor, not journalist. Because this person in question has casted aspersions on our professional conduct as journalists, denigrating us and berating us and saying that we are not journalists. And that's why I take exception to that, because the first fact of every story is for you to be able to verify before you put it out there. So why delete it afterwards? And you can just come out and own up that it's a mistake. Sadly, the man that said he will support Peter Obi come what may based on his own ambitions, Governor Samuel Otom, you see, that's his choice. But please, let us also remind you that he's actively doing anti-party activity. And anything he faces from there is anti-party activity. Yeah. And nobody can save him when the PDP brings their big stick.
But he says he doesn't mind. He doesn't mind at all. So
no. I mean, at least he's been bold enough to be able to put his money where his mouth is. We are still waiting for Governor Wike to come out and use his chest and say, this is my candidate. I anoint him and endorse him. It's as simple as that. But the G5 is already in disarray.
It's not G4.
Okay.
All right.
Even the 4 is standing on one leg.
Oh, the 4 is standing on. It's a story that has been trending on social media. Coming out of Anambra State, it's a story that formed part of the 2020 SARS movement against police brutality, which resulted in the disbandment of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS. In a series of social media posts that went viral over the weekend, a chief superintendent of the Nigerian police force, Patrick Agbazue, was accused of being a serial killer by an investigative blogger, Gist Lover. The investigative report exposed alleged atrocities committed by the CSP and his team of officers, Nkeruka Nwode and Harrison Akama. The report claimed that the officers illegally arrest their victims, label them as unknown gunmen, and then torture them to accept the labeling before killing them and taking possession of their vehicles and other valuables. The victims' bodies are reportedly deposited in a private morgue called the New World Mortuary in Ntije, or thrown into a river. The report goes on to explain that the CSP and his team are reportedly worse than their infamous predecessor, James Nwafo, who was accused of similar crimes during his tenure as head of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad in Anambra. The report has caught the attention of the Inspector General of Police, Usman Alkali Baba, who has called for an immediate investigation, as well as the attention of the Anambra State Governor, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, who has pledged to ensure that the 3 officers accused of extrajudicial killings and illegal arrests in the state face the full wrath of the law if found guilty. Dr. Abati, this story was trending over the weekend. It was quite horrific to see some of those graphic images that
I saw the story.
Blogger posted.
But we must all desist from media trial.
Yes.
Nobody should be tried in the media unless that person has been named and found guilty.
Yes.
The second thing is that, yes, this is from whistleblowers. I think it's Gist Niger blog.
Gist Lover.
Gist Lover blog, you know, that does investigations into many issues and then puts it out there. In this case, it affects the police. And the Inspector General of Police has done well by ordering an investigation. So we cannot prejudge the outcome of that investigation. But the issues raised are serious enough for the Inspector General of Police to have acted, just at least to investigate. I hope that the kind of diligence that he has devoted to this will be applied to other cases when reports are made. And it's also good that the governor of Anambra State has also said he's supporting the police and that they should get to the root of it. Because police brutality, extrajudicial killing, any kind of abuse of uniform or privilege is unacceptable.
Absolutely. Well, thank you all for your great analysis on what's trending. We hope this case is thoroughly investigated and the SARS that was disbanded just last 2020 will be over. Well, that's all I have for you on what's trending today.